Hello, my name is Shlomo Maital. I'm a retired professor from Technion, Israel Institute of Technology. I'm very happy to be here in Monterrey at Tec de Monterrey for the International Conference on Entrepreneurship Research. My purpose in coming here, a long way, 8,000 miles, is to share some of my experience and research findings in studying entrepreneurship, especially in studying how we can best educate students at our university and how we can instill in them the desire to become entrepreneurs and how to be successful entrepreneurs. So in a few moments I'm going to speak to about 70 fellow researchers and share some of my results. And very briefly, I'd like to mention some of the main points that I've learned over the years. I've been at the Technion for 40 years, and in that time I've done research on creativity, innovation, startups, and entrepreneurship education. So I think my main point about entrepreneurship education is this. We teach our students science and engineering and physics, chemistry, all the sciences. So the universities where entrepreneurs are born, because startups are mostly driven by technology, the universities where entrepreneurship is born are science universities with the culture of science. The problem is entrepreneurship is not a science, it's an art. And it takes a different culture, completely different method for teaching it that needs to be experiential. So ask yourself, how do people learn how to paint or become sculptors or artists? They do this in a studio, and they do this by taking their hands and by creating things. And sometimes it works and often it doesn't, and they keep trying. And this is how you learn. You learn by doing. So entrepreneurs learn by doing. But the question is, how do we help our students learn by doing, because they can't actually do a startup? And the answer is, we do a simulation. We put them in a room, we tell them to bring a pillow, and for 3 days they work in teams to develop an idea, to test it, to validate it, and then present it before a panel of experienced former entrepreneurs and venture capitalists. My point is, we need to create a culture of entrepreneurship as an art where our students try to become entrepreneurs to see if it fits. It's just like buying a new pair of shoes. You have to try them on to see if they fit. How can you know if you're suited to be an entrepreneur if that's what you want to do? How can you know? Well, you have to try it. How do you try it? 3-day hackathons, 1-day hackathon, BizTech competitions, all of these things where you actually do this in a kind of a studio environment, just like artists who learn how to paint or sculptors who learn how to sculpt. So this is my main message. It's based on our experience at my university, the Technion, based on research, because we asked our students after they graduate, what did you learn most about entrepreneurship and how did you learn it? And the answer is, in these contests, in the hackathons, in the 3-day startup simulations, 1-day startup simulation. And we also tell stories. We bring entrepreneurs who speak to our students and tell stories about what they did. And we've had many students who say, you know, I was going to be a biology researcher. And I heard this lecturer tell about how he did a startup. And I decided at that moment, hey, that's what I want to do. And in fact, he did, and he has created a wonderful startup, and we brought him back to speak to other students, to tell them about what he did. So thanks to Technion de Monterrey for inviting me here, and I'm looking forward to a really good conference.